Hey family, it's your girl, Revolutionary Rika. I know it's been a minute, but I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone and just wish you all a happy holiday season. As this year comes to a close, I've been very busy, goal setting for 2026, being very intentional. And so I wanted to just share a couple of things and then I'm going to hop off. But first, if you all can send up prayers for my big sister, she had back surgery the other day, and so we've been checking in on Messenger with her. It was seems to be successful so far. We're just praying for full recovery as well as radical healing. And then my uncle started chemotherapy on Tuesday, so special prayers up for my uncle. It'll be a long, well, I don't know how long it's going to be, but it will be a journey. But sending up prayers for radical healing for him too. And so as always, want to just come and share some love and some my wisdom and insights that I picked up this year. So I want to start off with three lessons that I learned this year. I think the number one was do not panic, but pivot. And so there's been some moments that we know that we've all experienced as a society. And so just, not you know, losing hope and walking around hopeless, but still being encouraged. So learning how to, you had a plan set. Sometimes they may throw a monkey wrench into your plan, but learning how to pivot so that I don't lose ground, I don't lose sight of my goals, and I keep pressing toward the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus. As on the day that we celebrate Christ's birth. A lot of people say, "Oh, they don't know when." We don't know. We don't have no. They may have some records somewhere, but we don't have access to them. And so today is just the day that we set aside to um, praise that He was born, that He came to save us. And so I'm just super excited that I lived to see another one, and that I had the opportunity to share my the gifts that I have with others, and sometimes they are not tangible, right? And so I'm grateful for that. And then for the few people who did think about me and send me some blessings, sent me some calls and texts, super grateful for that. Um, Lesson number two, what I learned. To be intentional with my words, because I find myself saying I'm tired. And when I say I'm tired, guess what? I be tired. And I procrastinate. And so one thing I'm leaving in 2025 is the biggest nation, which is procrastination. 2025 can have that. 2026, we hitting the ground running. For the last 5 years, I have been in this place of rest and recovery and renewal. Charlotte has definitely been a place of rest, recovery, and renewal for me, realignment, all of those things. And so I just celebrate today that, I've been able to grow stronger, and just develop some of the skills that I need for this next stage of life. And so I'm super grateful for that lesson. And then the last lesson I will say is this idea of um, supporting our young people. Me and my nephew started a podcast right around Thanksgiving that we do together called The Real Life Table. So if you haven't heard of it or you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We plan to drop episodes every Wednesday that him and I are working on together. We were able to do them in person because I was in California for a few weeks. But now we'll be doing our lives together on our phones, which is going to be interesting. But he's 11. He is in the sixth grade. And when I tell you this young man is very intelligent, he understands about things that adults know about, which I'm not saying he's the only kid. I know there are other kids with those types of minds, but I enjoy having those conversations with him. And he understands how, some of the larger societal things impact him. And so politically, he is drained. And then but he always seems to find joy. We talk a lot about how we find joy, even in the midst of chaos and wickedness all around us. We're gonna find our joy. So I think my three lessons of learning how to not panic but pivot, being intentional with my words, and then investing in our young people. I've been in education almost 35 years, and when I think about the impact and the lives that I've touched, the seeds that have been planted over the years. I'm grateful that I had those opportunities to be able to develop those skills and to pour into the young people. But I learned so much from the young people, and so that's part of the reason why I started this um, podcast with my nephew, which it will definitely flourish. So we if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we encourage you to do so because we have a lot of great content coming in 2026, and just super excited about that. So the last couple, about a month and a half, I've been each year. I usually the last maybe 2 weeks of December, I'll do my goal setting. I'll create a theme for the year. I'll find some scriptures, and then I'll have a couple of little sayings. And usually in the mornings after I finish my devotional, I read through that just to remind myself. Because speak, you got to speak it, write the vision, make it plain, speak it into existence. And so this year I've taken more time and I've developed more I developed my goals more in a way that'll help me put them into action. And then I did some backwards planning so I could actually reach those goals this year. And 9 pages, y'all. I got a roadmap to success. And when I tell you that even the transformation that's happening in my goal setting process is so powerful, I'm setting myself up for success not only for 2026, but for the years after that too. And my goals center around faith, they center around family, they center around finances, they center around fitness, and then, of course, fun. And so, if you don't know, I moved to Charlotte almost 4 years ago in a couple of months. And I'm the only one here. I started off, my cousin was here. She ended up moving a year later back to Atlanta. And so grateful for her even coming just to, put some foundation in or, set up shop for me. Because I do believe that's why she was here. She couldn't figure out why. But for my own journey and my purposes, I understand. And so there is no family here. But I was home for Thanksgiving for a few weeks, so I did get to spend that holiday. But when I tell you this time of reflection has been so empowering, if you do not goal set, if you just kind of say it, I encourage you to write it down, have a plan, use that as your North Star in the mornings. And each day, I have things that I'm committing to. So by the end of December 2026, we would have reached our goals. And so this has been, I mean, a powerful year for me with goal setting. And then I will have I'll be attending a visioning board party. My job, we do a visioning session every year. This year is called Imagine That. My job is Black Female Project. Look it up you can Google it and you'll see that event coming up. I encourage you to attend. It's so empowering. So I can take this roadmap and now put it into a visual, and then that visual will be on my phone. It will be on my laptop, on my desktop, and probably on my refrigerator and my closet doors. So every time I look, I can see my goals before me. I have them written down so I can check off as I meet those goals. And I do believe that 2026 is going to be the year that I really thrive in a way that I've always wanted to thrive and just didn't have the words to say or put it down. And so um, I am so grateful for what 2025 taught me, but I'm also so looking forward to what 2026 will bring me. Joy, abundance, love. I'll be able to help others. If you don't know, I have a financial education business, which is super important, especially right now. I know the economy is tight, things is high. I'm not gonna say what my mom says because that might be inappropriate. But I I'm grateful for my village. I'm grateful for those who will come into my village this year, in 2026, because I know I'm gonna meet a lot of people, and I'll be able to help them. I'll be able to learn something from them. My grandma used to always say, "Make sure when you leave people, you get what you need, and they got what they need." So there's always a reason why you encounter people and engage with them. What am I giving? What am I supposed to take away? Um, I am excited that I'm going to get this channel back up and running. I know during the pandemic I had more time. It was just a different phase in life. But right now, I'm ready to reactivate this channel to put out great content. Not long channel, I know not long episodes because I know I was doing hours, some change sometime. But I'm just super grateful for the people that I've learned for, my mentors, the elders, the matriarchs, the gems that are in my life, and of course the young people. I never can forget the young people; they bring me life. And so, with that, I just want to say Merry Christmas, have a safe and happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2026. Have a great day.